missed y'all, bro. Hold on. I don't know. I got bored. So I got on this one site, bro. It's like live video, random chat, and I'm talking this pastor for a while. But low key, let me also break this shit down. I'll show y'all a different side and different perspective of myself. I told y'all about the witchcraft and this and that be going on in the industry. How you use harness powers and this and that. Let me tell you about the good shit. How you do connections. This called connections. That way you ain't just a lot. Regardless, let's say me living my regular life 3D growing up, having all these intuitions, and me being somebody having this just like this and that. This whole time in the 3D, I was actually doing that shit, making connections. I'm doing that shit via somebody else, via another vessel, working through God. You see what I'm saying? So, like I said, the only reason why I'm coming on here, bro, I literally just talked to a pastor for about 30, 45 minutes on a random video chat. I'm just telling you. So, this is a mental note for myself. You ain't even gotta listen. I'm just rambling. Mute me if you need to, whatever. But my whole life growing up was me manifesting up until the age I was 28, 29. And whenever I made 28, 29, I kind of cut ties with my whole life, i.e., I was done living in that karmic cycle. And I was ready to step into here in the 3D. I was ready to step into the cycle that I've been manifesting from whatever age, birth, up until 29. So all the times I felt defeated in life, I felt up in life, I felt this in life, I was supposed to be this, I was supposed to be that. I was, because that's where I was headed to. That was my next spot. So people looking at me when I get where I'm going, like I said, I'm at a 30, let's say I'm at a 9. They're like, why you stuck at a 9? I've been stuck at a 9 for a decade because I got so many other people I vouch for in here. I played the quote unquote wife. This how I was talking to a preacher. I played the quote unquote wife. So whenever I cut ties with the former and stepped into the new, I had connections to where, for some, when I stepped away from the old, they felt like I was quote unquote going on the run because they thought they had me in a lifelong binding contract or whatever the fuck. And for me, realistically, I was getting released from prison and being able to go be free in the world. You know what I'm saying? All those intuitions, those thoughts, those feelings, that inner man, that inner person, I got to finally be free and go be him. You know what I'm saying? And because of the connections I made doing the work while locked up, I had those connections. I would probably never meet these celebrities day in my life, but I'll always respect them because I understand. Hell, when I first got out of prison, i.e. went on the run to some who's still in prison, but got released from prison and got to go, you know what I'm saying? Snoop, Dre, MC8, Ren, you know what I'm saying? Them cats out on the West Coast. You know? All the way back to Brother Lynch Hung, you know what I'm saying? Like, they brought me in. Well, let me take that back. I'll take that back. When I first got out, I actually went to North Carolina. Not too far from Fayetteville. Shout out J. Cole. Now, J. Cole, the way I break it down, J. Cole, Jesus Christ, that nigga like Jesus in the flesh. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how I see it. It's too many strong ass symbolisms for me with that, you know, like Jesus in the flesh. Now, I went there 10 days, came back, Texas. Then after that, The first people that really took me in Cali, bro. I was out there when the Rams went to the Super Bowl. I was out there for 4 to 8 months, bro, working a couple of different projects for Top Golf. All tied back to Jay-Z. But I'm saying this kind of, I forgot how Top Golf tied back to Jay-Z. But regardless, you know what I'm saying? These are relationships that I worked on while I was locked up. I just couldn't go. I wasn't able to make the flight. I wasn't able to take this job. I wasn't able to move. But when I got free, I could. So those that, let's say I was stuck at a level 9. Those at 9 and above that was appreciative of me vouching for them. And then continuing to have a relationship after vouch for them, got them through the door as they progressed, climbed the elevator. They kicking back. Oh man, you free? Shit, you can come over here. We got some bread for you. You still gotta work. You see what I'm saying, nigga? I'm not a rapper in the 3D, nigga. So they not shit. They not coming picking me up from the parking lot from the jail, nigga, and throwing me a bag with the money in. They're like, shit, nigga, you gotta work, but nigga, we got that bag for you, bro. You held it down, bro. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, couldn't nobody. Snoop was my uncle. Bro, me and my uncle had a relationship before Rose died, bro. Like I said, I'll never forget it, bro. My granny, Nana Pooh, died. Stella Evans. You know what I'm saying? Nobody from my pop's side really invited me to the funeral. Maybe one or two people. My uncle, man, the temperature, we never spoke about it. We ain't really spoke since she passed. But temperature, we have a couple times, but we ain't really tapped in with each other. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, the temp with him and the vibe with him was little nigga, don't come around when we want you around, this and that. You know what I'm saying? Don't bring your ass back. You know what I'm saying? I already felt what time it was with him. I ain't never tripped. But I always felt deep down, Snoop was my uncle. You know what I'm saying? Before Granny passed, karmically, I was living here in the 3D. It was bad, but it was nothing but good karma in the 5D. So whenever it was time for 5D to rain down and a new cycle to come in, because it goes from the top down. You don't start a new cycle and go from one up, it comes from the top. You know what I'm saying? So whenever all that bad karmic, all that good karmic debt that I was living was supposed to transfer over to the 3D, and the bad karma that I was actually living on the 3D was going to transfer into the good karma from the 5D that I just did. You know what I'm saying? So Snoop is my uncle, bro. Them niggas took me in West Coast. You know, I worked Top Golf projects, but that shit was still fun. Got to travel. I was out there, put money in my pocket. I ain't happy. You know what I'm saying? Everything was straight. You know what I mean? And then so on and so forth. I had a couple states and relationships that I nourished and flowered over the years growing up that really was on some genuine from the heart type shit that you can't once shit damaged, it's so much work to fix. You know what I'm saying? It's so much. It's easier to be man, fuck it, and I'm gonna choose this route versus even trying to even think that there's a way that you could. And I'm not just saying with my uncle. I'm just saying period. So as I come through the door, I'm at a 9. Let's say I'm at a 9. Niggas shit. Well, we're gonna help you elevate real quick, cause nigga, shit, you helped us do all this. You know what I'm saying? You vouched for us time after time and this and that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking to a reverend. So when I say as a wife, quote unquote, he understand what I'm saying. Is God, then the man, then the woman. So God loves him, you know what I'm saying? God loves the church as a blah, 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 blah. So really, even in Christianity and things like that, when you serve God, you serve Jesus. You understand that when you come under the covenant of Jesus, that when your relationship to God, you are a woman in him. You're no longer a man. You know what I'm saying? Spirit, and that's spiritually, that's just is what it is. So you can't get mad if a nigga understand that maybe he a God out here, a baby God, little G, not big G. You know what I'm saying? He run around calling a nigga a bitch, even though it's a full-grown man that still has masculine energy and this and that. And they call a nigga a bitch because, nigga, you still got that guy. That's how I'm chopping up with a pastor, y'all. But regardless, bro, that shit just, that's how I be. looking at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it is, man. So, like I told him, because he said, I was asking him, did he go to theology school? And he's like, well, actually, I did some through the church for about 2 years. And I was like, all right, I let him talk for a little bit. And I asked him, hey, you go to theology school or seminary school? Oh, I actually went to seminary school in Atlanta. I went to this school. And it's about a 7-year process. All right, well, okay, blah, blah. And I told him, I was like, yeah, I don't know about that, man. I don't know about 7 years. Let's say I ran into some people and, the way they move and operate. Let's say they take 7-year process and they bump it down in 4 years. They're able to speed up in the 4 year. Oh, well, yeah, da, da, da. Like, it was cool. I kept telling him, like, I'm letting you know I'm not trying to tax church. I'm just being myself. Even at one point, I was like, look, this is how I feel about it with the church. I said, I don't need to be sitting here congregating with, if you're a shepherd, I said, you call yourself a shepherd, right? Yeah, I'm a shepherd. All right. The way that I've talked to you today, is there any reason to make you believe I need to be sitting here congregating with your sheep and this and that? You know what I'm saying? Because your sheep, you're leading your sheep. And they trusting you that you're not going to lead them astray, this and that, blah, 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 right? Yep. All right, so those are principles we know your sheep stand on. I don't want to come stand around with your sheep because they still sheep. Sheep going still walk around lost and act like they need to be instructed and need instruction. I don't need that. I said, if it ain't go time because somebody messing with this and somebody messing with that, it ain't go time. And I ain't got to go over here and take care of business or go over there and take care of business and be who I am. And I know I truly am because I know how I'm going to step to God. It don't matter how I mask it. It don't matter how I mask it. Once God stripped me down to a certain point, I'm going to always be him. I'm going to always be that, right? All right, so if I know that's what it is, I might as well go ahead and be that and embrace it. I'm going to let them know it's there. I'm going to let them know it's in me. I'm also show them that I can control it. I'm going to also show him that I'm in control. He's not in control. And I have an understanding that even though it might be in me, on me, and around me, it still work for God. So I still work for God. So I don't need to take 7 years and be a man in the cloth. I don't need to do this or that. Especially if I look up at 31 years ago and go, damn, I really then did a 7-year contract 3-4 different times. But also, when I got free out of prison, i.e. went on the run, those relationships that I nourished and shit, let's say people that I vouch for that ain't even making to a 9, they stuck at a 7, they stuck at a 2, they stuck at a 3, they stuck at a 4. Hell, they stuck at 11, they stuck at a 13, they stuck at a 17. They see me shoot past them because I'm being assisted off of the, i.e. getting paid the good karma back that I put in. They all form a group plot, form a group together plot, mutiny, and pretty much sabotage or force me to sabotage myself to learn other relationships. Because if I'm tapped in to 4 or 5 people that's 33s, that's over 100,000 of connections right there. And those relationships are good, long, lifelong, lasting relationships, good standing. I don't need to be a 33. I stay here at 9 and keep getting people up in here and pass me and shoot on. I don't need to be a 30. I could tap into a 33 whenever I want to. And within that, I could tap into anybody within their realm and their network if I want to. That's the type of shit that I'm sitting here talking to a pastor about. You know what I'm saying? I told him I'm not trying to be acting like I'm anybody or nothing like that. I can only move and based off of, you know what I'm saying, OTJ. I said, do you know what OTJ is? On the job training. I can only move off of that. OTJ and EXP, on the job training experience. That's what my life has been. That's life. That's what life is. Life is a job. So can't nobody ever tell me I'm lazy and I ain't on my job. Did I wake up in the morning? I plant my feet on solid ground. Did I go forth and put forth an effort today and live out today? That's a job. I'm just saying. Not whether I want to improve on my job or stay stagnant on my job, or even say I leveled out and was able to be stable at a maintaining level of decent to good quality performance. It's still a job. You don't get to wake up and take days off. Hell, even when you're sick, let's say people with some of the worst sicknesses and illnesses, they have the hardest jobs. They fighting. It's a fight for them to wake up and put their feet on solid ground. Let's say they bedridden, they still got to get up and use the bathroom, take a shower, clean, do something. Hell, even some people in ICUs be so bad they can't even put their feet on solid ground, but they still wake up in the morning. Can you imagine living a day like that, where you wake up in the morning, but you can't put your feet on solid ground? So that's the first thing on your mind when you wake up in the morning. To be able to physically put your feet on the solid ground. That's a mental battle that you gotta fight all day. And you still gotta get through that day. Somebody gotta bring a bedpan to your bed, wash your ass, scrub your skin, your genital area, your genital area. You know what I'm saying? Put a catheter in, bedpan for when you shit, catheter for when you piss. You gotta fight, even mentally. Yeah, she feeding me and I'm getting fed. Okay. But damn, mentally, I really want to be able to feed myself. I just remember a time I could do this for myself. But you still gotta get through that day. That's a fight. That's life. Even when you can do all that shit for yourself, those become incognitive thoughts. Involuntary motions and actions. I can eat, I can brush my teeth, I got functionality in my hands and my mind. I can move my hands and my mouth simultaneously in synchronization, sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could do these things, but I'm still fighting. It's a fight. Let's say everything at home is great, and you can get to school great, but let's say life at school is a fight. You gotta fight to get through that 8-hour day, 8-hour to 10-hour day, depending on if you're in any programs or extracurriculars or not. You know what I'm saying? It's a fight. Till you make it back to where it's safe. It's a fight. You see what I'm saying? They're not gonna tell you look at it like that. I don't like for you to look at it like that. The sheep shouldn't look at it like that. The masses shouldn't look at it like that. But you better fucking believe your bottom fucking dollar somewhere out there in the motherfucking universe. There's a group of special people that don't have much, but what they do have is a special set of skills. And I'm telling you right now, if your sheep are not calling you, saying that this and this is going on and so is fucking with and da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and you are to the point where you're like, hey, I need to call this person, and then you call me, and I go there, and I bring you back ahead on a platter, don't call me. Because I'm here to, when I'm home, I'm here and I'm assuming that everything is great. We at downtime. You don't need to fucking call me. We don't need to be in comms. When shit is sideways and we done made some orders and shit done rolled out and niggas is doing rollouts, bring back the hashtag bring back the rollouts. When niggas start doing rollouts and orders are going out, then you call me. Because that means I need to go to work. There's some shit that I need to go do. If 3 or 4 niggas ain't running up on me saying, hey man, so-and-so trying to get a hold of you. Hey bro, you need to get in contact with this person because you ain't heard. don't call me. Don't fucking call me. You feel me? Outside of that, I am here when I'm at home. I am on downtime. Leave me alone. If I ain't sent for you, now, when I ain't at home and I'm out, that means whatever. You hit my line for whatever. It don't matter. Even if you on downtime, you can still hit my. That shit ain't gonna ring more than twice. I guarantee you. On the first, hello. Hey, what's good? What's going on? Nigga, cause I'm in motion, I'm on mission, I'm on, you see what I'm saying? I'm available. But if not, nigga, yeah.